Have you been keeping an eye on Ocean City real estate and wondering where the heck all the good deals have gone? Why is everything so darn expensive? Well, in today's video, I'm going to give you my best buys. These are not listings that I have, or at least that's not the requirement to make this list, unlike a lot of best buys lists you'll see out there where it's just the agent's own listings. This is truly what I believe are the best values out there on the market. If you're interested in any of these or have any questions, feel free to reach out any of the ways you see in the description. I'm happy to talk them through with you, give you some additional insight because I'm going to try to keep these short and sweet. So to kick things off, we're going to start by saying everything under 850,000. That's my first cutoff point. And the best buy under $850,000, I try to have a few different categories, but it's really hard right now to find a whole lot of true value under that number. And here we are at 2936 Asbury Avenue. So this was purchased as a flip. And the seller, if you were to go back and look at the price history, right, bought it for under $400,000, listed it for just under $500,000 once all the work was completed. And it has slowly but surely dropped in price over the last several months. And now we sit here, $435,000. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath unit, just a block and a half from the beach. One of the holdbacks on this is it doesn't have any off-street parking. It does have window units for air conditioning. So there are certainly some limitations as far as this unit goes. But despite that, you're not going to find anything similar to this for a similar price. And I believe that there's potentially some additional room on this price given the situation. If you are looking for a true budget buy, I would encourage you to look through these pictures. They did a great job. It's nice and clean. It is updated. There are, I believe, 5 units or maybe even 6 in this parcel of land. So there is a condo association. Condo fees are pretty darn reasonable, things considered. Again, happy to share more if you are interested. Just reach out. But let's get to the next one. Now, for the next category, we're going to be looking at between $850,000 and $1.5 million. And I'm going to have, again, a few categories here. It's a little easier to fill because a lot more inventory is in this price point. Now, the first one that I want to run through is 607 Ocean Avenue. Now, this is an older home, but it is also a true duplex. It is not condoed. You cannot buy or sell these units individually as it stands currently. You could always convert this to condos. That shouldn't be an issue. But this one is very interesting. So there are basically 3 bedrooms and 2 full bathrooms on the ground floor and 4 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms in the top level. There's a ton of parking. I think you could fit 4 cars out there. So we'll say 2 cars per unit. But given the location, right on 6th and Ocean, you're just 2 blocks off of the boardwalk. You're just 3 blocks off of downtown Asbury Avenue. It's a great spot. And one of these units is very renovated. The other one is not so much. Could certainly use somebody coming in and making their mark on it. But from a rental potential standpoint, I think this could really shine. I would not be surprised if you could gross near 6 figures on this and on a $1.3 million asking price. That is pretty darn good. So once again, I would love to go through picture by picture with you, but I will leave that up to you. This is certainly one that intrigues me, and I'm a little bit surprised is still out there. Now, 607 Ocean, I think, was the best investment, but if you're looking for the most room, right, and typically I'm going to say the most room is at least 5 bedrooms, that tends to be the biggest we're going to find in a condo and in most single families, unless you are in the $3+ million price range. Also trying to get close to the beach. We have 856 Brighton. So this is a 5-bed, 2.5-bath townhouse, right? A lot of people don't want to play in the top bottom duplex game because if you're on the top, you have a lot of stairs. If you're on the bottom, you have noise overhead. There's pros and cons to both. But here we have a true side-by-side townhome style. This is extremely close to the beach, right? At 856 Brighton, you are close to that 900 block. You're very close to the boardwalk. And again, you are just a few blocks from the heart of downtown. Brighton's a great street. I had a client purchase on Brighton a few years back, and they absolutely love it. It's a nice wide street. Neighbors are great. You do have a blend of rentals and strict second home owners, and I would encourage you to look through the pictures just to get a sense for exactly how far this goes. Now, and again, at $1,380,000, if you're looking for a 5-bedroom, you're typically going to be north of 1.4 million to get within a few blocks of the beach. And I think really you should expect to be over 1.5 million. Now, the townhouse versus top and bottom, again, a lot of people in Ocean City are so used to the top and bottom duplex that a townhouse just kind of confuses them or they're not interested. But I also have had plenty of people just interested in townhomes, right? Sea Isle and some other towns, very townhome side by side heavy. It all comes down to the lot size. In Ocean City, lot sizes tend to be a little more narrow, so it's harder to do that. But this is a great one for sure, and it is well worth checking out if you're looking for space and proximity to the beach. Last but not least, we have this very interesting one on 5111 West Avenue that I wrote off initially. It just doesn't look like much. It looks a little odd. The curb appeal isn't quite there. Now, I regret writing it off right away, and fortunately, I went through the house a few days after it hit the market because I was prompted with some free food to come check it out. Had a broker's open. We do this all the time to get some traction on these listings. But this started at $9.99. They dropped the price as a result of the feedback that we gave that day. This is very interesting. For a 4-bed, 2 full bath unit on the ocean side of West Avenue with parking, it is unique. Now, it doesn't have a garage. It doesn't have your rooftop deck. But what it does have, and it's going to be hard to see in these pictures, it has a nice open feel with high ceilings in the main living area. Now, the stairs you see here going up lead to a lofted bedroom. Now, currently, that bedroom is open to the living area, which is a little not ideal. They do have a little accordion door that can work, but me personally, I would want to drive all that in, really give it some privacy. And then you have this whole basically second living area up there attached to the bedroom. It's just very, very unique, and you don't see that. And for 4 bedrooms going near this price to be that close to the beach, and here's a good view of that lofted bedroom to the left with the living area off to the right. Very, very interesting. It's a lot of space, and it really does feel nice in there. And there's likely a picture on here of the back deck. It's huge. You will get great ocean breezes off of that back deck as well. So if you are trying to get into a duplex, and I normally would have had a Best Buys under 850,000 duplex category, there just aren't any, right? We're seeing 3 bedrooms going for well above this price. So the fact that you can get 4 and a very unique 4, very cool feel, secondary living space, which is huge if you're going to be here with a lot of people, or even just your kids, right? To have somewhere separate. It's a great buy. So that is it. Those are the best buys, the best 4, in my opinion, that are out there. Next time I do this, which is going to be about every other week, I'm going to add in the over $1.5 million category. Best buys there definitely start to get a little bit subjective because it comes down to what somebody with that kind of budget really wants. Is it out there? And where is it? Is it in the right location? So if you like this, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe down below. Most of you watching this are not subscribed, and you are missing out on some great information. So I'm going to keep it coming. Thanks as always for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time.